Come along then, we are approaching round 11 of this Williams series, and it's our second season as we look to try and get Williams up to the top of the grid. Pourchaire and Albon are doing okay for us at the moment. We're sat P5 in the Constructors' Champion, massive 31 points in Austria last time out. So, just quickly, first of all, let's look at the circuit that we've got, and let's look at our car compared to what we have got. So Silverstone, what are we looking at? We are 9th for top speed, 14th for acceleration, low speed 8th, and high speed 1st. Obviously that rear wing helping us out. Just to give you a update on what we are currently building as we go to cars. We are currently doing an underfloor, a wing, a rear wing and suspension. This will probably see us through to the end of the season now, and then we'll start to now research for next year, and we have no parts that we are currently building. So it's straight in to building our race targets, and let's go to that target. So I think we can get both cars into Q2, and we should really be getting both cars into Q3, but minimum qualifying position, just to be on the safe side, we're going 11th. Both drivers. Think that's solid. We are not going to do a fastest lap, and we have got a finishing position streak which we should get shortly as well. So we're looking pretty good. So let's go to Silverstone. And is it a potentially... Is it a sprint weekend? I can't remember. But it's legendary, this track. That is the main thing. And we don't have a sprint race, just a normal race, nice and easy for Silverstone. So we are going to just use some older parts. This is what we're doing at the moment, just in case you haven't seen. We are just putting on some low level parts, warm parts, so that we can use that for practice and we don't wear any of our good stuff. That is pretty much what we're doing, and we will do that for both cars. And then we can keep an 81-74% engine, for example, and keep the ERS ticking nicely. So with that done, let's get through practice and we'll be back for the qualifying session. Going early with Albon in this session because I want to just, I mean, that's a slow lap by Pourchaire. That does worry me a little bit. But let's see what we can do. Hopefully this is our last run. We are massively off the pace, 1.1 seconds. Hopefully we just got held up a little bit, and now we can get a decent time in. So we'll see what the first sector's like. And it's got clear air all through. It's green, it's 25.0, and it's a 25.1 for Pourchaire. So both green, that is what we need. Obviously Albon 1.1 seconds, surely that's not a realistic time as to where we are actually. Because I mean Haas are ahead of us at the moment. What are we going to get through the middle? Should be green, and it is. Let's take a look what it is. There's the other Williams in the background, 37.0 and a 36.9. So these two actually running fairly equal. We're about to see where Albon goes. Did he get held up? I think that's fair to say he did. 7 tenths off. And Pourchaire goes just under 7 tenths off. We are just behind the Red Bulls, and I think that is going to see us through to Q2. So in our battle against Alpine, and just a note, Verstappen and Hamilton both taking penalties in this race. Pierre Gasly is out along with the 2 Alfa Romeos and the 2 Alfa Tauris. So that goes in our favour nicely in our battle for 5th place. We obviously want to get ahead of Mercedes here as well. So we are going into Q2 with some pretty reasonable pace. We're going to get Albon out straight away. And we're going to get Pourchaire out. And we're going to set our first time. So let's see what first time we can do. Everyone now starting to filter out the pits. We're going to get a clean lap. No excuses for the boys. 24.9, 25.1. Good sectors there by Albon. And it's a 1:25.0. And Pourchaire is going to do 7 tenths off for Pourchaire. That's a disappointing time in clear air. He lost time in the middle sector, well, pretty much every sector. We're going to try and get these back out though. Pourchaire and Albon. We're using tyres that we don't really want to use. We've got Alonso ahead of us as well. Pourchaire's got clean air. That's the main thing, and he's on the cusp. We've got a Ferrari that should improve. So we need time here. We probably didn't have to go with Albon, especially on a new set. But I'm not risking. I want both cars high up this grid as possible. That is key. Mr. Albon P4, Porsche P9. Let's look at what we do. And we'll probably save some life. Porsche improves 25.0. 24.9 for Albon. We might not have any new tyres for Q3. Actually, I think we do get one step back. End of session. And Porsche looks like it's through. Leclerc is out. Porsche on the cusp. But he is improving. It's just Norris. Albon hasn't improved in the middle. So we've just got to make sure we get this time in by Porsche. And that we do. We are through to Q3. Leclerc is out though. That is big. That is big. And with Verstappen taking a penalty, could just be a 5 place or a 3 place though. And now we're into Q3. We're going to go use tyres again for our first runs. You can see the tyres on Porsche, not great. So let's see where we can get. We get both cars in. That is what we needed. We'll send Albon. And we'll send Porsche. Let's get the first laps in. Everyone coming out as well. Only 10 cars, shouldn't get any traffic. Say that as Hamilton comes out the pits. But it looks like he gets out the way reasonably well. And Albon, 25.1. Okay, Porsche with a 25.2. Good first sectors, but you can imagine the Red Bulls are going to be bang there any second. So we are pretty much best of the rest at the moment. With Perez is going to poor lap by Perez. And we're just going to leave this to the last minute. Let's go now. Let's go with both cars. So we've got a chance here. Everyone should filter out now and not get in the way. Let's fast forward a little bit. Here comes everybody. And this is it. Albon currently P2. Porsche is in P4. So this is actually looking really good. Perez has got to improve, you would think, right? Surely. And with a minute and 45, there is some cars just peeled out the pits. That's going to be very close. Touch and go. But for Albon, what can we do? We need to improve. That was on a used set of tyres as well, that time that we've put in. And we're going to get held up. Looks like it. Just 25.0. Both doing a 25.0 in the first sector. Both cars get out of the way. They might struggle to get across the line. Alonso goes P2. 4 tenths off. Do we improve through the middle? We don't. 38.0. Porsche does a 36.8. We've lost too much time getting held up. Porsche through the final corner. And Albon doesn't improve. Porsche, though, does improve. And he takes P3 from Albon. Bit of holding up, though, for Albon. And that is cost him. Perez only P8. And we're going to start P3 and P4 here. That is a fantastic result. Max Verstappen going to take a penalty as well. So we're actually going to start on the front row. Now that is beautiful. Let's look at the strategy. Do we go 2-stop? It is showing a 1-stop as better. So we might update to a 1-stop, showing 6 seconds slower. A 2-stop. Let's just... Oh, let's not do that. Let's just check. And see if we can't make this any faster. No. I think a 1-stop is the quickest way around here. Hard and mediums. And I think we start maybe the other way round here. We might be slower in the race, but we'll be faster at the end. I think we do that. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. We're going to make sure we are ready to go for both cars. And let's start on our P2, P3 grid positions and let's see what we can do. Look at that, starting on the front row is Mr. Albon. Just take it in because that looks beautiful for us. And here we go, Aston Martin ahead of us, Verstappen taking penalty. And we are away. Let's see what we can do though. Pourchaire and Albon. Albon's already moved up to P2 already early on. And Scan, we've got a run. We've got a yellow flag. There's been a crash. Who's dropping back? It's Lance Stroll. And Lance Stroll off the track. That is good for us. George Russell and Lance Stroll. Oh, just clip the end. Oh yes. Carbon fibre everywhere. Russell and Stroll move down the pecking order. And now we can concentrate on getting his gap to Ocon and Perez, who are in P4 and P5. But it's looking pretty good. That's a really good start. Kept out of trouble. Russell gets a penalty as well. And can we get ourselves in the lead of a race and potentially win it? Remember, Albon's on the hard tyres. Alonso is on the mediums. We're the only one that's gone to the hards, which is interesting. But we're going to keep pushing, and Stroll pits from lap to P20, not lap 20. So just trying to hang in there. We're just going to top up for now. All about saving stuff. Obviously you've got Ocon right behind us. Albon's just slipping out. And what we're actually going to do is put Albon on don't fight teammate. Because he's gone, wow, team orders at its worst. Maybe we should have held it a little bit. Oh, and Albon's really got unlucky. Pourchaire's just moved down. It is Ocon who moves through. And bit of a carnage. I mean, it's only P5 still. DRS to be opened. And we're coming back at the Alpine. Another yellow flag. And this time it's Piastri who is off. Piastri spins. And let's just cut down on this then. We are going to deploy. And we're going to look after the tyres. Top up all the time, and here comes the run at the Alpine. Round the outside. Are we going to hold it? We're going to go into the final few corners, battling it out. Ocon stays ahead. But again, here we come. Can we get it done this time? No. And on lap 4, we're settled in. Albon's sat there as well. Pourchaire's going to get DRS down the straight. Alonso's just 1.3 seconds ahead. And what we'll do is we'll deploy down the next straight. Same with Albon. So after Maggots and Beckett's. See if we can get back up to position. We're going to deploy now. And deploy for Albon. Let's see if we can close the gap. 0.6 of a second at the moment. Closing all the time. And we're going to have a run at him here. But I don't think it's possible just yet. We'll top back up, and as we go down the straight, we are all over the back, and so is Albon. So good early pace by us here. Pourchaire will deploy. And we'll do the same with Albon. Let's see if we can get past. And it looks like Pourchaire is past. He has managed to get back ahead. Trying to hang it around the outside is the Alpine, who comes back at us. With a great move, we're through Copse Corner. And Ocon is still on the outside. Not anymore though, we have passed him. DRS coming back though. We still manage P2 at the moment. So this is okay. Albon's 0.8 back. He's got Verstappen now hunting him down. On the soft tyres too. So Pourchaire. We're going to deploy, keep Albon intact. And we've just broke away a little bit. Verstappen trying to get past. Just going to top up all the time. I mean, Red Bull is probably going to come past us at some point. And we're going to have to settle into this race. But at the moment, P2. P5. Verstappen's coming. But DRS is keeping us there. And we're actually closing on these now because of, well, Porsche. That is why. So Verstappen has just got Albon. That was predictable on the soft court tyres as well. And he just goes to the outside to take the inside line, and he moves ahead. So Verstappen is through on the soft tyres, remember. Look at the difference at the moment. And we're actually lapping okay. Perez is just starting to pick up the pace. He's only 2 tenths behind us. He's got past Ocon. So lap 10's crucial. Perez, here he comes. And he makes light work. Red Bulls are going to fly past us here. It's going to be pretty hard to keep them at bay. Fighting Ocon has just got him. What a move. Down the straight we go. Turn 15. DRS. And on the hard tyres, we are looking okay on Albon. That looks a good little strategy here. We'll go back to neutral. Save some good ERS now. Verstappen's only 2 tenths, and here he comes, disappointingly, past our car, but not a lot we can do. He's on the softs. Red Bull's just got so much more pace than we have. And now Alonso is going to be under threat. 31.8 and a 31.9 medium and hards. And we're lapping a lot quicker than everyone else, apart from Russell at the back of the field. So, tyres looking pretty handy. So, Verstappen is pitted from his soft tyres. We've got a yellow flag out there as well. It's not for us, that's always nice. It was Russell running wide. And we've been getting the power unit for ERS system for quite a long time. So, where does Verstappen come out? P11. We're going to keep an eye on that, because if he gets a bit of traffic, he could get held up. And already, look, he's got a Norris ahead, who's got Gasly ahead. So we're just going to mine these tyres. What's the percentages? Look at Albon's in a very nice position there. Verstappen goes softs again. Who's got the right strategy? Is it a 2-stop or is it a 1-stop? And Ocon just gets past Albon. DRS down the straight. There's Hamilton and the Ferrari. And he's going to go round the outside. Remember, mediums versus hards. So, no surprise that he is coming through. And we're just watching tyres here. Well, we've still got decent percentage though. We're not even lapping that bad. Look, Ocon lapped slower than us last lap. And Porsche is in clean air. So Perez pits. It looks like a pit stop issue for Perez as well. Or Leclerc, one of the two. No, Leclerc's just coming in. So pit stop issue for Perez. Now we're just going to push some fuel now. Because we've got good power unit, good ERS system that is. And we're in P2. We're just going to try and pick the pace up. And I don't... Oh wow, we're well off a pit stop, I tell you that. Maybe this is a 2-stop race. What about Albon? Albon's okay. Porsche, I might switch to a 2. I mean, look at Verstappen lapping in the 1:28.2s. I think we'll switch to 2 here. I'm going to go attack. I'm going to pit Porsche. And we haven't got new tyres, so we're going to go to some used. We can't really do anything else than that. Don't want to do hards yet. So we'll bring him in. Ocon's in the pits. And looking at the lap times, Albon, 3.5 seconds a lap by Verstappen. Sainz is lapping slower. And Sainz is on the mediums. So just stretch this out, I think. Porsche goes green in the first sector. Just shows what you can do when you push. Albon obviously on the hards, going a lot longer. If he can get to that, I mean, it's a long way. Don't know how quicker it is actually going to be. But Porsche is putting in some decent times. And he is into the pits. That will release Albon, who's got Hamilton 7 tenths behind. But like I said, we are dragging it out. Porsche hits his grid position. Good pit stop, that's what we need. And he is back out in P7. We've switched to the 2-stop. And look at the gap that we've got now though. It's quite a bit. 9 seconds to Perez. Well, it's more than that, it's 11. So we're going to just deploy everything now. Get the tyres up to temperature. Look at that. Clearly that's not working. I'll tell you what we might do. We might go for a little fastest lap here. Because why not? We're on softs. Verstappen's got it at the minute. What we're going to do is we're going to attack. We're going to go deploy. We're going to see what sort of lap time we can do with Pourchaire. Albon's still going, stretching out. And I might just stretch this a little bit more. Going to light pace. Hamilton's behind us. We're trying the one stop here. If we can manage it, it'll work very nicely. We're going to deploy just to keep some speed. What's Pourchaire done? First sectors. Pourchaire's gone green. Can Pourchaire get... Albon goes now green. What about through the middle sector for Pourchaire? Only green, so no purples. But we are pushing hard to try and see if we can take the fastest lap. Don't think we're going to though. Come across the line. And we do take a fastest lap. We'll take that. We'll cut back down. And that is a very good... What time did we set? 28.2. And look at that. That is 4.5 seconds quicker than Carlos Sainz. 3.5 seconds quicker than Albon. So, good lap time there. Oh, wow. And here he is again. Pourchaire running in a very good position. Trying to get past the Ferrari. He gets ahead. And what happens here? I mean, does he make a move? He looked like he spun. Pourchaire did do a lock up his P7. Okay. Oh, Pourchaire, my man. Look at that for some tyre drop off as well. Probably going to have to go to hards. Albon's in. Really dropping down the field. 9.5 pit stop as well. Our pit crew at the moment is pretty terrible. They are not consistent at all. And now we're in a bit of bother because look at the soft tyre drop off for Pourchaire. What do we do here? Verstappen's in. We've lost out now to Leclerc and Ocon. 5 seconds we dropped on that lap. Verstappen's coming out, but we're ahead. But he's got mediums. We're going to have to go hards on Pourchaire, I think. It's the only way. And I'm just going to attack. I'm going to attack everything here. We lost fastest lap. I can't go to soft, so I'm going to have to go to... I'm going to have to go hards on Pourchaire. Just going to have to. Simple as that. We're going to leave us pushing here at the moment. We'll pit next lap. I haven't got any mediums. And I can't get another softs. It only lasted 15 laps. We have only got 20 left. 52. We've got 20 laps. And we literally did 23. I think we can probably... Can we nurse a set of softs? No, they're not even new, but they can only go 24 apparently. I might stretch it then with Pourchaire at the moment. Look after ERS. On lap 33, Pourchaire's come in, he's on used tyres. I don't know if these are going to get to the end. I am literally just going to try. Albon is trying to go to the end too. And he's currently in P10. He's just a 10th behind the chasing two here. Which is a McLaren and a Ferrari, who are Sainz on 73%, Norris on quite old tyres. And we're going to get a great exit out of that corner. And we're going to find ourselves past Norris. There we go. Can we get the Ferrari of Sainz as well? I think we can. Brilliant move. 2 cars in 2 corners for Alex Albon. And now he's got to set his sights. Pierre Gasly is going to pit next. Ocon still to pit as well. So just deploying everything you can see. Already 7 tenths is the gap. And then we're going to top up as well. So keep the fuel going, bring that gap down. And Pourchaire's pretty cold tyres, but let's just see what he laps like when he crosses the line. He did a 29.4, which is pretty quick compared to everybody else. 28.9 for Albon. And we're going to move that back to standard. Good pushing. So lapping nearly 2.2 seconds quicker than Gasly. Lapping quicker than Hamilton. Hamilton's probably not going to pit again. Pourchaire's going to try and nurse some softs. I don't know if it's going to last. And he's going to try a move here on the McLaren. And he's going to get the job done. So Pourchaire into 10th. And we are trying to nurse them to the end. That's going to be interesting. Very interesting indeed. And a lot more. Now in the pits, Leclerc's had a pit stop issue. He's only just coming out. That means Pourchaire's going to move up to P7. It's Leclerc, Ocon, Gasly, Magnussen all coming out. So we're up to P5. One stop into the end. We've got... looking a pretty nice line there actually on Pourchaire. And he's only 4 tenths behind Sainz, who's on hard tyres. Let's push and deploy, because we should be able to get Sainz here. Only 15 laps to go, and we do move past. We are up to P6. Good recovery drive after that lock-up and the change of strategy. So 4 tenths, and Pourchaire's only 4.5 seconds. Big gap to Hamilton. Hamilton 66% hards. Can we catch? We've got what we're lapping like. We're lapping a second a lap quicker. So Leclerc does just get Pourchaire back. And we've obviously got to nurse the tyres. He's probably going to come after the Williams driver of Albon as well. And it was into the last corners. Leclerc gets ahead. But down the straight, Pourchaire's trying to come back. Tyres, I just don't know how they're going to last here. We're going to go light again for now. Albon is trying to nurse it too. But I think we're under threat on these strategies. Anyone else to pit, do we think? I don't think so. I don't think Hamilton's going to pit. I think he's going longer. He's going to go to the end. We're not even lapping any... So 10 laps to go. Alex Albon's just done a 28.6. He's gone 1.6 seconds quicker than Hamilton. That gap is 8.8 seconds from 11. In relation to Leclerc, we've just put 5 tenths in Leclerc. And Pourchaire is still lapping okay, but he's getting chased by Ocon very quickly, 1.3 seconds, as we try and just nurse these soft tyres to the end. Don't think we can though. I think we're going to run out, but at least we're lapping ahead of 9th quicker. Hamilton's, what time is he going to do? He's going to do another 30.2. What is Albon's time going to be? Oh, he's lost a 10th. This could be go down to the wire, but Leclerc is catching, and Leclerc is catching quickly. I think Leclerc is about to come past. Lapping way quicker on used softs. We're still lapping 6 tenths quicker than Hamilton. That gap now is 7.8. But we've just got nothing to defend against here. And this could be see you later. We've deployed. Is it going to be enough to keep him at bay? It is now. Pourchaire's got Ocon right behind. Trying to keep him. Trying to manage the tyres. They're doing okay. I'll take 9th place now for Pourchaire. After that lock up in the mid-look. Down the straight we go again for Albon. 7.3 to Hamilton now. We just can't get that gap down. Still lapping 8 tenths. It just doesn't seem to drop though. We're going to deploy again out of here. Try and keep Leclerc at bay. 4 tenths. It's okay for now. Pourchaire's, that's crazy. We are not making that. We're just going to leave him out. 6.8 now is the gap. We're going to deploy down each straight to try and keep our 5th place alive. and top up again. We're not using any extra tyres, any extra fuel, just deploying our ERS when we can. Let's deploy a bit with Pourchaire. He's got Ocon right behind him here. And we're going to do the same with Albon, coming off the straight. Gap 5 tenths, 6.2 now. Out front. Pourchaire trying to keep Ocon at bay. Last lap, 30.3. 29.5. So gain another 8 tenths off Hamilton. Pourchaire's tyres really bad. But we catch him. Just not really enough at the moment. 6 tenths though still. Just going to push a bit of fuel. We're going to push ERS out of here. We've got the gap to 4 tenths at the moment. 3 tenths now. Cutting back down. Is that Hamilton ahead? 5.4 seconds is the gap. Pourchaire's tyres are right on the limit. They are going to start struggling and go off the cliff. We're going to keep deploying. Well, we got 3 tenths for Leclerc and Albon. Let's ride on board actually with... Oh, this is good news. We've got no ERS system for Albon. Might have a little bit. Top up again. 3 laps to go. Let's try and top up them as much as we can. Pourchaire's still only 3.8, but what's the difference in lap times? He is 6 tenths again quicker. So, next time round, look how close he is now. Surely this is Leclerc's move. And look how well we've deployed. We're trying to keep it balanced. Pourchaire still only a tenth. Still keeping Ocon at bay. On some very used tyres. We haven't really got any ERS to push. This could be game over. Leclerc looking for a move now. Here he comes. This could be it. Or no, we're going to keep ahead. Ocon has just overtook Pourchaire. We knew that was coming. Look at his tyres. 25%. Softs couldn't make it. And then down the straight we go again. Here comes Leclerc. We keep ahead again. Tyres fine. What's everyone else's tyres? 37% softs. Hamilton on 38% hards, lapping another second quicker. But we're not going to catch him. Final lap. Pourchaire's tyres have got to gone well off the cliff. 30.7, but it's still lapping okay. So we're hanging in there at the moment. Top up again. And now we can probably attack with the tyres. Hamilton's done a 30.1. Who is that in front? Oh, we get DRS though. Oh, and Leclerc has to back out of it. We'll take that. Pourchaire's tyres are well and truly off the cliff. Let's watch the intervals. 1.2 now. So we're going to just deploy everything. Pourchaire has got a decent gap. Why not, hey? Perez takes victory. Let's move it to standard. We're not going to catch. But I tell you what, Leclerc's not going to catch Albon. We're going to come through for a P5 finish. After a pit stop issue, a lock-up.
Yes, guys.
And that is a beautiful result. Pourchaire back to P8 after lock-up as well. That is a wonderful, wonderful round of racing. Perez takes victory. Verstappen in second. Dominance of Red Bull. Hamilton fourth. Massive climb for Hamilton. We were down 2 and down 6, but still P5 and P8. Albon moves to 6th in the championship, with Theo staying where he is. And we get 2 points on Mercedes. We gain another 7 on Alpine. Look at that, 9.5 seconds. Pretty decent in all weekend, really. We get 5 mil in the bank as well. Happy days. And Liam Lawson improves, we get a suspension, and next race will be Hungary. So a few weeks until that one, well, 1 week, and we'll be back again for round number 12.